This is Kristi Lee back in the radio saddle of the Bob and Tom Show, early morning on Q95. A lot has happened to the gal who's flexing her media muscles and enjoying a favorable response to her new ventures. We chatted about her increased visibility, responsibility, and workload. Oh, look at you. Look at what you've done.
What have I done?
Last time we spoke, you were just coming back to the Bob and Tom Show, and you were thinking about expanding your brand. And look what you've done, your podcast, Zoom.
Yes, I'm very, very happy that the podcast, it's doing quite well despite my hesitation. I didn't know. We're 2 years in, so we've celebrated an anniversary actually next month, and well over 1 million downloads, so that's really big news. And
well over how much?
1 million downloads in 2 years, yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. And then on the heels of that, I just released my own merchandise. So I have the Kristi Lee Uninterrupted store now, which is available at Kristi Lee News or on the Bob and Tom Show page where it says store. There's the Bob and Tom stuff and then my stuff.
What are you selling? I missed this.
You missed all that?
I missed this.
I should have brought you something. Actually, I don't have any of them myself. Is it okay to wear your own merchandise? I've always wondered about that.
Well,
you know, that seems a little weird. But I have sweatshirts and I have T-shirts and I have hand koozies or whatever those things are called. Magnets. What else? No, not magnets. What else do we have on there? I don't even know.
Do you design them too?
I worked with a company called Maingate who does a lot of the NFL stuff. They did the Bob and Tom property stuff.
Okay.
They're a fabulous company and they helped me come up with the design. I just have my logo, which I finally, when we talked 2 years ago, I didn't even have a logo. Okay. Now I actually have a logo.
You have a logo?
Yes, and yeah, I'm like a business. Like a business.
You're like a Kardashian.
Oh, geez, I wish. A lot of people go, oh, you don't need the money, blah, 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 blah. This isn't about that.
No.
The podcast is totally separate from what I do with Bob and Tom. That's all on me. I pay someone to handle all my social media. I pay for all of the merchandise. A lot of times I have to pay maybe a travel expense for a guest to be on the show, and I don't make a dime.
Wow.
I mean, I don't have sponsors yet. I've had a couple here and there. So this was a way to maybe augment some of that and to, help make the podcast bigger and better.
I'm jealous now.
Why?
Sundance. You went to Sundance. I've never been.
I went to Sundance with a girlfriend who's been like 8 or 9 times, so she really had the lay of the land, which was very helpful for me because it is really intimidating. I was such a novice. I thought, I'll go, and Ethan Hawke's going to be at the Q&A. I'll get to talk to Ethan. No, it doesn't work that way. He was the only celebrity I saw because I did go second weekend, which the girl I went with, we do that on purpose in a way just because, or she does, I should say. It's not as crowded. And we also are there on Sunday when the award winners are shown, so we get to see the best of the best, which I really, was happy to check out.
Well, you are busy.
Yes, I'm very busy, but I enjoy being busy.
I know.
It would be bad if I wasn't busy.
You're busier than you've ever been, aren't you?
Yes, pleasantly so. Yeah, I wouldn't change a thing. It's a lot different than a few years ago, so yeah.
And you feel empowered, don't you?
Yeah, that's a nice word. And as a female, and right now this is the Me Too campaign, to be empowered is a good thing, and it feels good to be on that side of the what's the word I'm looking for?
Fence?
Yeah, fence is good. That side of the fence. Okay, yes, it's a good thing.
And before you go, something really important, you love animals too, and you have a dog, and you have a chinchilla.
I do have a chinchilla.
Tell me about the chinchilla.
Okay.
Nice pet?
Anybody who's ever been a parent has been stuck with one of these pets. Oh, Mommy, can we get this? Oh, it'll be so fun.
Yeah, my parents was a rabbit.
That was 12 years ago. Yes. And now I have a daughter in college, and I have one who's way too busy to talk to the chinchilla at all. So now I have a chinchilla.
Kristi Lee has a chinchilla.
Her name is Emma.
Kristi Lee has a chinchilla, has her own brand, has a podcast, has a radio show. You have a full plate.
I do.
Thank you for taking time to talk to us.
Thank you for having me, Patty. Always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure with Kristi Lee. So next time you hear Kristi Lee on the radio, smile when you think of how this lady has managed to survive and thrive in a shifting media landscape. And that's music to our ears.